Guten Tag alle, heute wollte ich kurz nochmal über Genitiv sprechen und sogar über die Genitivpräpositionen. Wir haben schon ein Video über das Genitiv gemacht und wenn du das Video nicht angesehen hast, dann würde ich mal vorschlagen, dass du das ansiehst und dann wirst du auch dieses Video besser verstehen. So, we have already talked about the genitive, but if you haven't seen that video, please go back and look at it. It will help you to understand this a little bit. There are prepositions in the genitive that are used that are always genitive case. So just like you have prepositions that are always accusative, prepositions that are always dative, you have prepositions that are always genitive. And these are anstatt or statt, which is instead of, außerhalb or outside of, innerhalb, within, trotz, in spite of or despite, während, during or while, and wegen, because of. So just to reiterate what we talked about in our video that we did over the genitive, and again, go back and look at that because it goes into a little bit more detail. But you have different definite articles or ways to say the in German. They are der, die, or das, feminine, neuter, or masculine nouns. And masculine and neuter nouns are going to change to des in the genitive, and feminine nouns will change to der, including the plural. The indefinite articles, the masculine and neuter nouns, will change to eines, and the feminine and plural nouns will change to einer, and you can also use that with kein. Okay, so let's go on and take a look just by the definite articles themselves. So just to reiterate what I said, der changes to des, die to der, das to des, and the plural is going to change also to der. Okay, now when you're dealing with indefinite articles, the ein word is going to change to eines. Die word or feminine noun, which is, if you're saying a, is going to be eine, is going to change to einer. And a neuter noun is going to be eines as well. Okay, so let's take a look at this and see how how this works in practice. If you have a prepositional phrase like during the class and you want to convert this to German, you're going to use werden for the preposition, and since the noun is die Klasse, it's going to change to der. So during the class is während der Klasse auf Deutsch. So very simple, just keep those rules in mind. Because of the snow, because of in German is wegen. So this would come out wegen des Schnees. And since Schnee is a masculine noun or a der word, it changes to des, and the noun itself will take either an s or es ending onto the end of it. So this particular case, Schnee is taking an s. Within the room, innerhalb des Zimmers. Again, it's a das word, so it's also going to take an ending. Die words do not, so that's why Klasse in example number 1 didn't take an s. Only der or das words or masculine or neuter nouns will take that s or es following the definite article there. Outside of the city, außerhalb der Stadt, so die Stadt changing to der. Despite the pain, trotz des Schmerzes. In this case, we added an es to the noun because that just fit better there. And a lot of times, one good rule of thumb is if the word is a one-syllable word, then a lot of times it will take that es. But there are certain other things to watch out for, and those are covered in our other video. Instead of a cat, statt einer Katze. So these are just some examples of genitive prepositions. Ich hoffe, dass das sehr hilfreich war. Vielen Dank für Zuschauen.